Darvish is going to flame on.
Did anyone get above a 20? Nice.
They're going to attack as a swarm.
The monks are going to sort of do... This fight is going to be a little bit more in the Adventure Zone style of, like, we're going to pool the damage together a little bit and just see how many zombies you can take out at once, if that makes sense. Aside from the main guy, there'll just be fun moments, so enjoy yourselves with it. All right, the groups are just ready, like, you guys are all kind of running forward a little bit. So before anything else happens... A bunch of zombies fall in a pit. A bunch of pits, as a matter of fact. Looking around, you see that the counts that those two made was a little bit off. There's actually more like above 100 of these. But
more fun to me.
You're correct. Their numbers are immediately reduced, at least initially, as zombies flood forward and then collapse into pits. And other zombies run over those zombies and collapse into another pit. And other zombies run over those and collapse into another pit. So, a good 15 to 20 zombies are taken out, at least right now, by these spike traps that you have prepared. I'm not going to tell you exactly how many there are. I'll just let you know when you're at around half, and we're going to keep going. Daramesh. Flame on.
I flame on.
All right, you are now coated in fire. You've got your shield. You've got your halberd. What are you doing?
I'm just going to attack.
Are you going after the zombies, or are you going after Mr. Guy? It might be difficult to get to Mr. Guy. He's at sort of the back at this point.
Oh, because he's a bitch like that.
He's a bitch.
He a bitch. Darvish has no interactions with him, but he can tell that he is a bitch.
What a bitch that guy is.
There's just this ghost of this woman who's just like, that one. Fuck that one.
I feel like a past life is telling me that one.
That one's a bitch.
Yeah, no, he's going to kind of charge with his shield up and rampart.
Alright.
Like this.
Mm-hmm. You remember you get 2 attacks.
Oh yeah, so that's a 18 just by itself.
That 100% hits.
Yep.
Just like, go ahead and roll again.
Yeah. 13.
13 also totally hits. Just roll twice your damage dice, add it up, and I'll tell you how many zombies you kill.
13.
13?
Mm-hmm.
And then you added your strength?
Oh, strength. So that's 16.
Okay. With 16 damage, with 2 quick attacks, Daramesh is able to take out a zombie and cut another one in half. Yeah. That one kind of falls over and starts keeping coming after you, but the first one that you kill is just like bursts into flames, essentially, from the flaming halberd that you did. Mm-hmm. Are you going to keep kind of moving in there, or are you going to stand firm?
Okay, so I'm just going to hold the line.
Sure. Malrian.
Okay. I'm also going to aim for the asshole on the horse.
Okay, aim for the asshole on the horse.
Just get him straight through the neck.
The neck.
Is his horse armored?
His horse is... good question. Not really, no. It's not like a war horse or anything.
Okay. That's what I was like. Dumb bitch! So, first attack. So he's not been damaged, right?
He has not been damaged.
First attack, just normal, regular attack.
22 hits.
4 into 2 is 6.
Okay.
Okay, and then second attack, I want to do... Can I do sharpshooter and a somnolent arrow?
Yes, you can.
10.
The somnolent arrow goes wide and flies off into the grassland kind of beyond him.
Dang it. Okay.
Okay. Are you staying in the trees?
Yeah. If I'm gonna... Can I use my move to kind of like just like hide, like take cover, so it's harder to see me?
No, because you're not a rogue.
Okay.
You could get cover behind the trees and it would be harder to hit you with things.
Yes.
Okay, then you can do that. Yeah, you can take cover behind one of the big trees.
Yeah.
Alright, you now have cover, so it will be more difficult to hit you with range spells. Lithra.
Oh, I have fucking booked into the middle of those zombie horde, so it's like what you don't want to do in like Resident Evil, and then destroy undead.
Okay, so, how many zombies would you say that you pass before you destroy undead?
I want to move into the heart of the horde.
Alright, then I'm going to say that you're going to provoke quite a few
That's fine.
attacks of opportunity. So,
I have an AC of 18. I hope it helps.
Let's see what I wrote.
At this point, I am not thinking smartly. I'm just thinking I want to destroy as many of these fuckers as possible to scare that little bitch with a fucking whatever's on his back.
You get a good, I'd say, well, you get about 30 feet into the horde.
Just disappears into zombies. Do I see anybody that I recognize and I'm sad?
I'll tell you after you've annihilated them.
Okay.
None of them hit you.
It's just like, ugh. It's like when you run past all the enemies in Bloodborne.
Yeah, very much. They all kind of
Why?
Go ahead and do Destroy Undead.
You have to do Destroy
Oh,
Undead because
fuck
it's a
me.
wisdom throw. I
Alright.
make you roll for me.
I'm not gonna roll.
Can I destroy like 30?
I'm gonna roll. Okay, here's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
I have a plan. I rolled a 5,
That's not better than 16.
so you destroy 25.
Yay!
I decided you destroy 30 minus whatever it is that I rolled.
Oh, okay.
If that's reasonable for you.
That's fine.
Okay. Lythra, you charge into the center of the horde. And you, hold out your hands in either direction, and you kind of throw your head back, and you feel this pulse of divine energy shoot out from you in all directions, sort of like a
Can they just
wall of fire.
collapse like the one? Does they just...
Yes, that's what happens when you destroy undead. You don't destroy the bodies. You destroy the spirit holding them together. You destroy their tether to this life.
Yeah.
And so you watch as Lythra charges into the center of the fray, spreads her hands, and in a slow motion concentric circle, zombies just collapse. Just one after, just
Get on my level.
onto the ground. Nikolai kind of
She just grins at him, just this fucking evil, you have no idea.
well, alright.
Can
This ought to be interesting. The monks are leaping into the fray.
Yay!
From the trees, you see, a lance of fire. 3 of them, actually, beam down one after another and pierce 3 of the zombies, just, heads popping. Pop, pop, pop. They don't have much health.
No, yeah.
You, watch as fucking Emil and Zuleika, both do these, rad flips, and each attack a bunch of zombies, because they have a bunch of attacks, but I'm just gonna simulate it. And both of them manage to sort of reach in. Emil just picks up a zombie and peels it in half.
Jesus.
And throws one to the other side and then beats another zombie with it, while Zuleika sort of gets up underneath one and just 4 quick punches, just knock, 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 and it falls to the ground, just sort of bones caved in, twitching a little bit. The Harkus, the sort of loud, angry guy, has these sort of bladed fist weapon things, and he just kind of runs pell-mell into the fray and manages to take out a zombie of his own. The healer guy is sort of waiting in reserves, but Nunchuck Lady quite literally just bats the head off of another one. We're down quite a few zombies at this point. Kirill kind of stands back and locks eyes with with Nikolai. And then you watch as he steps back and takes a running leap. And he manages
15-foot vertical.
Oh, he rolls a 1.
Oh no!
So he doesn't really
1-inch vertical.
I lift my foot.
He goes for a jump. And his goal clearly was to kind of kung fu kind of sail towards that guy, but he fucked it up a little bit, and instead he landed in one of the pits.
Oh.
And he goes, well, shit.
So
and then
I walk it off.
jumps back out of it, and then beats a zombie to death, just right next to it. He is now sort of in the middle of this fray. Is that everybody? I think that's everybody.
You have
The zombies kill a bunch,
9
or the monks kill a bunch of
NPCs.
zombies. Da, da, da.
What
Oh,
about
Bobson and Bianca.
Yeah.
Bobson and Bianca kind of look at each other, and then they each pull out, like, staffs and kind of station themselves at the... Like, they don't run into the fray, but they start, like, picking off the ones that are coming past them. Bobson manages to, like, get his up underneath one and then, like, jab it in the chest. And Bianca is able to, 3 quick blows just knock one down and, like, pierce it through the abdomen. It is Tessa's turn.
How many allies are between me and Nikolai?
Not very many. I'd say you'd have a pretty straight shot. Yeah. Especially if you, like, moved off maybe a little bit to the side.
To cast my firewall?
You could totally cast that.
I want to cast that.
Okay. Go ahead and cast Tatzel's Scorcher.
God.
And I think they have to make a dexterity saving throw.
I'm pretty sure.
The zombies are all going to fail it. They have, like, a -3.
These good
But we'll see.
dexterous boys.
Oh, boy, I rolled a natural 20 for the
It's
zombies.
a range of 30 feet, and I'm just going to cut a line straight towards him.
Okay.
5 feet wide.
5 feet wide.
Yeah.
They rolled a natural 20 for their collective dexterity score, which means you're going to hit, I'd say, 10 zombies
Okay.
with this. And Nikolai rolled he rolled a 16. So he made it, but he will be taking half damage. So go ahead and roll damage for that.
So 18.
18. All right. So these zombies have about 15 HP apiece. So with an 18 roll, you annihilate 10 zombies. Just in a single kind of anime blast.
Straight at him.
Straight at him. And he takes 6 damage. Or not 6, 9 damage.
Spook his horse.
That actually would spook the horse.
The horse does rear back.
Please knock him flat off because of that fucking sword.
I'll give him disadvantage for that, sure. He falls off the horse, but doesn't land on his... He manages to land on his feet. Those of you who are watching notice that was, like, better than you were expecting him to do. If that makes sense.
Damn it, you've made it into an actual channel divinity and not a fucking feature. I'm so...
Yeah, I'm bored.
Just want Eyes of the Brave that in. But I can't, it's not my turn.
It's his turn. That's why you moving at all? Are you going to walk through this path of zombies that you just carved?
Arrogant as hell? Sure, why not?
He's going to approach you.
Arrogant as hell.
Arrogant as hell.
Yeah.
Why not? He is going to sling the sword off of his back.
Okay.
It is huge, but he seems to be able to handle it better than you would expect him
You
to
seem
be able to do.
different.
I am different.
Excellent. Did you get stupider?
He flourishes it and points it at you, and his eyes, you, Tazzle, and his eyes gleam with this bright red light for a moment, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
He is my 0 wisdom child. You can do it.
So that's,
2?
That's 2.
Yep.
His DC is not 2.
I didn't think so.
So, you are compelled to duel him now.
Yes. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's what you wanted.
He says, I thought it would be. And he runs up towards you. Is that a bonus action or an action? I don't remember. I think it's a bonus action.
I have a duelist after all.
Fucking
That's
Voldemort,
something
like,
to
what do we do?
prove,
We
homeboy.
bow!
We bow! Yes, yes.
Well then, let us dance, Raphael says. Oh, it's a bonus action. Sweet. So, if you don't want to fight him, you have disadvantage on your attack rolls.
So it's like a weird, like,
Nah, he wants to fight him.
sanctuary, but, like, you have to focus on that.
Correct.
Okay. I guess it'd be like goading strike or whatever.
It's very similar. It has rules about whether or not you can move away from him, but those aren't going to
Well,
apply.
Pathfinder
They're just
wants
going
to
to be
fuck
fighting.
him up anyway, so, like...
He is going to make a multi-attack against you with this sword. He's going to kind of whip it around the side and come at you from the side
While
and
he's doing
miss.
Okay.
He got an 8.
Fucking moron!
And the second one is a natural 20. You take 17 points of slashing damage. As you kind of hop out of the way of the first slash, and he continues around in sort of a spiraling motion, very like Dark Soulsy, like second attack, and slams it into your leg.
Okay.
And you feel this like slash open up on your leg. It is the zombie's turn. And we're just gonna kinda work with this a little bit. So, Lithra.
Yeah.
You are surrounded by a giant hole of zombies that starts closing in immediately.
Good.
So, a whole bunch of zombies attack you. You manage to get up your shield up in the way of most of them. And you block and you block and you block, and then a swipe comes across your chest.
Good thing
And down
this
your neck.
fucking zombie virus doesn't happen like...
Yes, it's a good thing that these aren't like Left 4 Dead zombies, or you're gone now. But you take 9 points of slashing damage. Daramesh. Huh?
Oh, go ahead.
Did I roll for Arena?
Did Irina hide in a tree?
Arena's right here, ready to go.
Fuck.
I'm just curious.
You just later at the end.
Okay.
You not roll great. Daramesh.
Yes.
Zombies start closing in around you as well. Does a 19 hit you?
No, it does not.
A 19 doesn't hit you.
No.
Then you block every blow that comes at you with your flaming shield. Just like hunkered behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Just as they're scrabbling at you like the
Would
walls.
they take damage because of the flaming shield?
No, because that's not what the flaming shield does.
Okay.
It's more it protects her from fire.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But
So
you
that would protect me from ice damage and vice versa.
Oh, that's cool.
you remain unscathed
Yeah.
as the zombies are crawling at the wall that is Darvish. Ha
Aha!
Let's see. Tatzel, for some reason, the zombies avoid you.
I don't know why.
Why would that be? But the monks are also going to get attacked. Emil takes a slash. But he just sort of like laughs a little bit and then picks up that zombie and is going to fuck it up on his next turn.
They avoid me because I'm dueling.
You think? Maybe. It's Arena's turn.
Never mind, I lost my turn. It's not-
How what?
I was going to say how close am I to Tatzel and Old Boy.
Nikolai.
Relatively close.
My
Within
boy.
30 feet?
Within 30 feet? Yes, because you're on the same road.
Dope. Okay.
It is Arena's turn.
Come on, girly.
Get her.
Do it.
She is going
For 2 whole
to...
hours.
She's going to take her sword and she's going to yell like this kind of like battle cry that is just a little bit like it's not very scary.
She's 13.
Ah! And she runs in and she rolls a 7.
Oh, baby.
And that's enough because the zombies have an AC of 8. So, she attacks one of the zombies, like a really old looking one, and doesn't really manage to kill it, but definitely gets her sword, like, in and back out. And she's going to make her second attack. And that one also hits. And with that, she kind of does a twirl, and she shoves the sword right up inside of that zombie's head. And the zombie crumbles to the floor, and she says, I did it! You guys!
Keep going, we're not done.
How compelled would I notice?
No.
Dang it. Oh.
You're very focused. It is Elm's turn.
Fuck them up.
Elm, you are hidden.
Yup. I'm gonna do
Fuck, I should have brought snacks.
sneak attack with the ring.
At whom?
At your boy.
At your big boy?
Yeah.
Nikolai.
Alright, go ahead and roll that. You not roll great?
13.
13.
Can I...
What do you add? Or is that the 13 total?
13's total.
Okay, then no.
Okay, can I... In lieu of my movement, can I open up my scimitar? Like, not use it, but have it available for next turn?
Wouldn't be like opening up like a bottle, like a bonus action.
Yeah, I'd say it won't be able to make its attack this turn.
Right, like,
But you
just
can
open it so
you
that
can open it and pour it out. Yeah,
Okay.
sure, that's fine.
Cool.
You're waking it up.
You use your movement and your bonus action to whip it out, and it can move sort of where-ish you need it to go, but it cannot attack.
Right.
That's
Not
fine.
till next turn.
Sure. Petri.
So, is doing, like, a check, would that take any of my action at all?
If it's not, like, if you're just looking around, not a problem.
I'm just trying to discern whether or not, Nikolai is a vampire or not now.
Make a perception check.
Make a vampire.
Make a vampire check. Your vampire stat is plus 20. His wisdom.
Yeah, it's
21. Signs point to yeah.
I figured. Okay.
He is swinging a sword that looks significantly heavier than he is, and he's doing it with a fair degree of ease. And his eyes glue red.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Glue.
But, just wanted to cover my bases before I tried to cast Blight on him because that doesn't work on undead.
Mhm.
So, I'm...
it doesn't?
Oh, it doesn't. Oh, man. I'm going to use Call Lightning, and I'm going to just kind of concentrate it into a thick of zombies.
Sure, there's a kind of a knot of zombies that are
Yeah.
starting to press in towards Lithor, and you can hit a few of them.
Yeah.
I'd say you can hit about 4.
Okay.
I'll roll a dexterity check for these crappy zombies. Oh, they didn't. Nope, they failed. So
Okay.
go ahead, roll some damage.
12 damage.
With 12 in that area, I'd say you're not able to kill all of them, but one of them definitely goes all sort of cartoony lightning bolt, like you can see a skeleton,
Yeah.
and it goes through the other ones. And those are all fairly injured and will probably fall over pretty soon. Top of the round. Deborah.
Toblerone.
Get him.
You've got zombies kind of like clumping in towards you now.
Could I do like a strength check and try to like push all the ones that are kind of like at my shield like into like a tree?
Yeah, you probably could.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll an athletics check for me.
Okay. That does not happen. That is a 6. With just his strength and
Yeah, I don't think that hits.
doesn't happen. Okay.
So you put like your hand behind the shield and you push, and you do push these zombies and you move them, but you don't. You're not able to like pin them against something.
Okay. I'm going to use my bonus action to see if I can stab one, pierce it through with the lance, then just like on the other someone on another zombie.
All right, yeah, make an attack roll.
That is a natural 20.
Then yes, you absolutely do. We're not even rolling damage.
It just happens.
That just happens.
They just
You
become jelly.
push them out, and they kind of like back, and you ram your halberd straight through its chest, and you whip it around, and you bash another zombie with it, and they both fall into the spike pit.
Yes.
Malria.
Okay, I'm gonna do what I should have done last time and cast Hunter's Mark on main guy.
Main guy.
Yes.
Main Mr. Vlamp.
Yes. And I'm gonna hit him first time 20.
A 20 does hit.
And this guy's also Colossus Slayer. Sweet. 13 for the first one.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna try Sharpshooter Summon Arrow again. Sorry, 16?
16 does not hit.
Dang it! So close.
You do hit a zombie with that one, though.
Okay.
And the zombie is like, you pierce it just like, you accidentally just hit it straight through the eye, and that zombie just thunk right back.
Can I move to like the next tree over? Just like not be in the same spot so they notice like where the arrows are coming from.
Sure, of course you can. Alrighty. Lithra.
Well, with my new friends coming in close,
They're starting to mob in, yeah.
I'm going to make sure that they're good and in good moshing closeness before Channel Divinity again. And then I'm going to cast Sanctuary on Tatzel.
And that's a bonus action? Okay. I'd say you won't be able to hit the same density of zombies because
Well, yeah,
you
'cause
annihilated the local population of zombies pretty heavily.
Yes.
You
Can I push as in... Well,
could move and...
I want to move towards Nikolai.
Okay.
And I'll channel Divinity, turn undead, and then if Nikolai tries to hit Tatzel, he'll be at disadvantage.
Okay.
With sick, that's what I should have.
You're at disadvantage? He has to make a wisdom saving
wisdom
throw,
save, you're right.
Alright.
Don't hit my boy, you fuck.
You're able to... You walk close and take... Okay. 2 of the zombies that you walk past manage to scrabble and hit you. And you take it... Oh, man, that's not very much.
Good.
You take 7 points of slashing damage. Ugh. from a bunch of zombies like getting up underneath the chinks in your armor. And then you blast again with your second channel divinity, and you manage to take out about 10 of these zombies.
Not a channel divinities, so.
Okay.
Next thing.
And then you cast Sanctuary on Tatzel. Tatzel, this is a weird sensation. You feel this kind of like protective bubble of divine energy that is not your own. And you weren't expecting it.
Mm-mm.
And so you're for a second, and then it kind of like sinks into your skin for a moment. And then, you don't feel anything anymore.
I almost feel like since it's from the Raven Queen on Tatzel, it's almost like a cold shiver.
Yeah, it's not the most pleasant sensation.
Ugh.
Generally, Raven Queen's magic isn't all that great anyways. Like, even Lither's healing magic kind of feels a little bit like kind of ugh. This is good, but ugh. In this situation, though,
I feel like versus like a warm fuzzy feeling, it's like whenever like on a hot day someone like puts a cold hand on you.
Yeah, I think that sounds good. It's the monk's turn. Wentz is going to fire 3 more searing bolts, searing rays, and hits again with all 3, and 3 more zombies pop, one after another. The rest of the monks are jumping into the fray as well, and each of them is able to take out at least 1 zombie on their own. Kirill, especially, seems to be just slicing his way through them. He has, now you notice, like, these, you assume are kind of like claws attached to each finger that he has put on, and he is tearing zombies apart.
Cool. He's Wolverine.
He's what?
Wolverine.
He's like,
I know, like the ones between his
he's like
fingers,
X-23.
The X-23 has 2 blades each.
No, who has them on the fingertips?
That's Lady Deathstrike.
Oh, okay. Then like they do. Thank you. And each of them manages to keep making a dent. But it does seem that like the tide is kind of closing in around them a little bit. They're not the best AoE fighters, shall we say. It's Tatzel's turn.
Well, we're dueling, aren't we?
You're
so
dueling.
I'm going to bring out my saber.
You got your
and
saber.
Snap. And I'm going to pump it twice.
Okay.
I'm going to attack. Does a 19 hit him?
A 19 does hit it.
Okay. So 14 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll just try to slice him again without the fire.
Go for it.
Same, 19.
Yeah, that still hits.
12 damage.
12 damage. Okay. You manage to cut a slice across his chest and then stab it straight back in that same slice. And kind of hop back in a duelist stance.
I'm very much in the, like, trained duelist stance. Irina would recognize it.
Irina would. She can't see you through the zombies, but she would recognize it. And he sort of licks his lips at you. And it's his turn.
Okay.
And then you watch him shimmer. And all of a sudden, there are 4 of him. Like double team in the Pokemon anime. It's like, boom, 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 boom. And now there are 4. And they all start kind of circling you, Tatzel. And each of them raises the sword together to make a single strike against you. Mm-hmm. And then they kind of like jerk for a moment, and he needs to make a wisdom saving throw. I think a 22 makes it. And so do I have to do that every round?
I think it's just once. Like, if he had failed, he would have had to do it on his next turn, but since he
okay.
succeeded, then...
So he kind of shrugs it off and makes an attack against you, Tatzel. 19. Does that hit you?
That hits, but I want to use my bonus action to cast Shield.
Okay. Or your reaction.
Or, yeah.
Okay. And that brings you above 19, I'm going to assume.
Yeah, my AC is 16.
Oh, no, it just goes for a minute. And,
every time he makes an attack?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's not concentration, surprisingly enough.
Your shield, like, materializes in front of you, and it straight up just stops this giant greatsword.
It's that, like, red shimmer.
Yeah. And he, like, grunts, and then all 4 of them reel back again and come back at you, and he tries to make another... 14 doesn't make it.
Nope.
So he, like, the blade just stops again for a different reason. He says, "What the fuck is going on?"
You just suck.
from like behind.
Bad breeding, not your fault.